So this is Delithius here with ending of the season rewards, and we finished first in the Master. Pretty good season. I mean, it's not top three like we're always shooting for, but you know, there's only so many spots to fill in those top three spots, and it's competitive every season. And I want to start off this video by giving a shout out to Karatemike for the shout out he gave me like halfway through the season. I kept forgetting to add him or to say thank you to him on any of my vids, so I'm gonna include a link to his description. Most of y'all subbed to me, probably already subbed to him, but you know, it'll be down there in the description. I think I figured out how to do that, and I'm gonna try to use this as my thumbnail. I'm still working out how to do all this YouTube stuff, but I'm gonna go into a recap of this season and past seasons. So on the left, the numbers, that's the seasons I've been here. I actually started in season 16, but For Loki was actually taking it easy that season. It's probably how I got in all honesty, because they were like, yeah, I mean, if you have troubles, it's fine, it's whatever. So started in season 17, finished 17th in the alliance. Not the best, not the worst. You know, you'll kind of see that from the numbers. You know, not the best, I'm not the worst. 57 fights taken, 9 deaths. I don't remember, you know, the deaths, to be honest. I know I had some embarrassing ones. There's some that are just terrible. 86.36 solo rate, 55.37 power rating, average difficulty rating, that's what the ADR stands for, is average difficulty rating, which is some factors that Taters puts in and figures it out. Season 17 wasn't bad. Season 18 wasn't bad. You know, I'm getting better. Season 19 was just awful. I was playing horribly. I was having a bad time. Had some things going on in my life, and you know, I asked at one point, I was like, B Manny, do you want me just to leave? I know y'all don't boot people unless, you know, they have, you know, real issues, but man, if y'all want me to leave, I'll leave. Yeah, because this is just bad. He's like, nah, dude, get your head on straight and, you know, come back strong. So in season 20, I did just that. I had one death, and my one death was somewhat embarrassing because I played really badly. It was against Dragon Man, and he had just dropped. There's no duels. No one really knew how to fight him, and no one really thought much of him. And basically, he got me cornered, and I didn't know how to evade the heavy, and that was pretty much it. So it was a really good season for me, you know, outside that one death, and it's probably the closest I'll ever get to having a deathless season. Season 21, you know, I had 8 deaths. A lot of it was lingering from the last season, you know, just, you know, I wasn't, you know, quite on my game, and I was still mad. So I played bad. Some fights I should have done more research on. I remember I died to a Sorcerer Supreme on Path 2 in Section 1, and I didn't really understand how the hit thing worked, where you got so many lights, heavies, and medium attacks to use in the fight before they start building furies. And if you want to get rid of that, you have to throw a special. But it also had Matador, so you could only throw a special whenever they had a special. So I basically botched the fight up from the word go. It was awful, and it was Torch against Sorcerer Supreme too, so it should have been an easy fight. But I thought you had to get all of the numbers to 0, then throw a special so you could blank out the furies, or reset the furies to 0. It's not how the node actually works. I found out afterwards. I should have asked around more. It was just, I remember that death because it was horrible, and even B Man, he was like, how did you die to that? And I was like, and so I explained everything to him, and he's like, that's just awful. And so after that, I started getting a bit back into it, and I think I had like 4 or 5 deaths in the first 3 wars, and then after that, you know, I kind of got my head back on straight, and you know, I got back into it. And so then we move on to this season, season 22. that first war is just embarrassing. I'm sure many of you watching my channel have seen that or watched on Don't Dap It Up. The Magic versus Apocalypse fight was just awful the first run, and I know better than to play tired. I should have known better then, but I didn't. And then my next death was to Dragon Man. Because I didn't put the 3 points back in Liquid Courage, I died to that one, which I shouldn't have, because I know how to take that fight. And it was just it was embarrassing. So I started making YouTube videos right then. I was like, you know what? I told B Manny I was going to start putting these onto YouTube, and I'm going to do it. And it gave me a little extra motivation to kind of get my head out of my butt and, really concentrate on how I'm doing. And I would say the rest of the season, I've got a few dilly-dilly moments where I slip up, and, things are going to happen. I'm not a perfect player. I'm not, Legacy, B Manny, Bryn, Brian, Henach, a lot of these guys that are just lights out almost every war, consistent as can be. I'm not one of those guys. You can see it from my alley rank. I'm a slightly below average compared to the Alliance player. But, I do my role, and I've kind of found my role, and that's mostly to take care of the hazard shift stuff. I've got, I had Rolk for the longest time, and he was the counter to almost everything on hazard shift, unless, someone got tricky with their placement, which was fun. And, towards the end of last season, they started placing stuff like Killmonger and Nick Fury and things like that, where, you couldn't really use Rolk for it because it just wasn't a great matchup. So you had to use Captain Marvel movie. I didn't want to use my generic awakening on her, and B Manny didn't have a problem with that, even though he was the one that, basically had to, it made planning a little bit harder for him because there was no one else other than him with a rank 3 6-star Captain Marvel movie. So when I duped that on Cyber Weekend, I pretty much knew that's who he's going to want me to take up, and it's fine. I finally pulled Fury 2, which was another reason I didn't really want to use a generic on Captain Marvel movie, because if you don't have that 6-star Fury to go with the 6-star Captain Marvel movie, it's kind of I don't really want to do that. But now I've got that team, and probably for most of my wars in the future, it's going to be either Rolk, Fury, or Captain Marvel movie for my fights, and unless something changes, in our battle group, roster changes, personnel changes, things of that nature. But, so I died, my final death was to that Nick Fury with Captain Marvel movie. On the first time I'd basically brought Captain Marvel movie to war, and I didn't even really feel that bad about that death. If you go back and rewatch it, I think it was War 6, I want to say. Yeah, it's around that time. And you can see me baiting a special for about a minute, a special one, and just doesn't throw it. He was unblockable. He throws that. He would have gotten out of unblockable. I was at 2 bars, 5-hit combo into SP2, fight's over. I had it all set up. All I needed to do was him to throw a special. He didn't. So that's just what I wanted to go over in my rather long-winded way on, my life in 4 Loki so far in my season recap. Now I'm sure what everyone wants to see is I'm going to go into the crystals here, and we'll see what I get. I guess I should start off with the T5C. We'll go into what I currently have and see what do I want. And the honest answer is it really doesn't matter too much to me. The only one I really don't want is skill, because skill's a very dry class. So I really wouldn't be too happy with that. Cosmic, I'd be fine. Mutant, happy with. There's plenty of mutants I'd like to rank. Science, same thing. I've still got Mr. Fantastic to rank up. Human Torch. Gulk, I wouldn't even mind. Just, when he's on defense, that's, something. Mystic, lesser so, but, you know, if I pull a Black Widow Clairvoyant, you know, and I had 2 of them, I'd take her up on duped. Tech is another one. You know, if I dupe Ghost out of this next featured, which I'll probably open a few of, then, you know, that'd be cool. So, you know, right now, it doesn't really matter what I get from T5C. We'll just slam these open real quick and, you know, see if I get close to anything specific. Otherwise, it is what it is. Great. I see a lot of skill. A lot more skill. I don't want skill. Ugh. I might have to rank up Stealth Spidey, and I hate that guy. So, let's see. Where's the other T5C? Alright, there's 4 of these. Slam these open. More skill. Like any other class but skill is fine. I think I have one more. Yeah, there it is. And, hey, not skill. Yay, that's a celebration. Now, I'm pretty much just going to go through everything, not just what I got from season, the end of season. Let's see, not 4 stars. We'll slam open these Daily Thronebreaker just to see if I can pop some 6-star shards from this. I mean, I haven't gotten any 6-star shards from it, but I've seen others. T2A, Form Some Catch, She-Hulk. I'm not mad about T2A, but the rest of it's kind of You know, everyone wants to see that 10k 6-star shards pop up there, but, you know, is what it is. Form T5B, that ain't bad. I don't know how many shards that was, but, oh well. Moving on. I know I have, I'll pop this open real quick. Go with Iceman, just get close for max sig ability purposes. For those crystals. I hope this isn't freezing. There we go. And that puts him up to 200, so the next time I pull him, that'll be a max sig, which pretty much in 5 stars, there's not a ton I want. Or actually, there's not hardly any that I don't want. Mostly it's just OG Wolvie. So here we'll start with a 6-star. This is that Champion Challenge one for 3k units. I was kind of going back and forth on whether I'd buy this one because I did just dupe my Red Hulk from the Cyber Weekend opening, so that would have been like if I hadn't duped Red Hulk, this would have been an immediate buy for me because there's other good ones and plus a very reduced pool for that exact champ that I want. Otherwise, any new is fine. Ones I'd be pretty happy to get would be Magneto, obviously. I'd be very happy with that. Colossus, I think that would be a dupe for me. Vision Age of Ultron, I've always thought he was a bit underrated. So, unfortunately, he needs SIG levels. But, you know, to get SIG levels, first you got to pull the champ first. SIGs on Rolk wouldn't be too bad. OG Thor would be kind of neat. So, for me, I think the top 2, though, would be Magneto and Colossus. So, let's just see what happens. And try to speed this up a little bit because I know this recording's getting long. So, and we will land on Venom. I didn't mention him. That's not a bad pull. That's new for me. I do have him maxed out as a rank 5 5-star, so his value's low currently, but, you know, as the game progresses and we move into, you know, where, you know, 6 stars are more important, you know, he will always be the ultimate Spider-Verse counter. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I forgot he was in that. I didn't read him, so I skipped over him. I think that's everything on this tab. Yep. All right, so moving over to the shards. I don't know how many featured 6 stars I want to open just because I'm kind of saving more for the next one. So we'll kind of see what comes out of this first one and then go from there. Out of this pool, it's still pretty much just OG Wolverine. I don't think there's anything else in here that I really want. Guardian, you know, wouldn't be bad. And then everything else is kind of dupes. So it is what it is. Let's just, I'll just kind of rapid pop the rest of these. I'm just looking for OG Wolvie. Yeah, Mother, son of a... That was mean. That was very, very mean, and I'm sorry if anyone's wearing headphones and that was loud. I really do want OG Wolvie. Oh, that was cruel, Kabam. That was very, very cruel. I'm just going to pop these last 3. I'm kind of mad now. I don't want to see these anymore. Yeah, nice rollover. I don't care. I'm going to pop the last 3. Frickin' tease. That was mean. Stupid Kabam. Pop. And let's see. Yep, no Wolvie. I probably should just stop on these. Good gosh. Some people, you just don't get certain champs. Like, I looked through my roster recently, and the oldest champ I don't have is Superior Iron Man out of the 5-star basic pool, or like from like 2 years older, and he's the only one I'm missing. And it's like funny to me because like I know people with him with max sig naturally, and so that's just crazy to me. So we'll just pop this one open real quick. Ugh. I think that's the first time dupe. Is it? Yeah, okay. Cool. Silver stars. That's neat. I'll actually take that. I got him at rank 4 just because I thought I might need him, but I'm not a real big fan of him. So I ranked him up with some of those gems you get from Variant and whatnot. Just go ahead and pop this real quick. I never get much out of these. So now the Cavalier, I cannot say that about because just my first crystal opening, I got a 6-star Nexus. So I'm going to spend this one because if I get another one of those, I'm going to be very, very surprised. So, but, my luck was pretty much spent up on these for probably about a year or 2 just getting that 6-star Nexus. So this is what it is. I'm not going to get mad or salty about whatever this is. Really? Really, Kabam? Now you give me the Wolvie? You can kiss my butt. Whatever. So we'll go into this one now. The featured 6-star, which is probably the big pull. Out of this, pretty much Archangel and Hitmonkey would be my big ones. Magneto, yes. Guardian for synergies, yes. Red Guardian, okay. Red Hulk, no. Yeah, well, I'd be okay with it for the 6. It'd be better than some of these other ones. Sasquatch, She-Hulk, Tigra would be probably a big win for me. Because I do have that Mystic Cat, and so I don't think we have a rank 3 on our defense right now. So I could do that, and so if I landed on her, take her up for rank 3 purposes for next war season. Yeah, if she gets a death, woo. Covers one of my deaths if I have one. So it's kind of the way I look at defense is you want your defense to have more kills than you give up. If you're doing that, then you're a plus for the alliance. If you have more deaths than you're getting from your defense, well, then you're hurting the alliance. And it's kind of a simplistic way to look at it, but it's just the way I kind of do. So. Oh, sweet. Speaking of Tiger, that's exactly what I wanted. So that's perfect. Wow. Yeah. I don't think she needs the dupe for defense either. So that was really what I was going for. The only other one I was really looking for was Archangel. We've got enough Magnetos. And Archangel, I would have needed to do another one to dupe. But wow, that's really awesome. I'm very happy with that. I'll need to show B-Manny and see if he wants me to rank that up. As for the rest of these, I'll do one more. I'll do one more, and then I'm going to save the rest of the shards. Just because of the next feature coming out. There's a lot of good stuff coming out in that next feature, and I pretty much just nailed the one thing I really wanted out of this feature. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do any more. I'll talk to B-Manny and see if if Tiger needs the dupe for defense. I'm pretty sure the answer is no, but I'll let him decide if I go for another couple. If not, then you'll be seeing me do an opening for the next feature coming up. So let's end this video on a high note. Archangel, you might force me to do another one. Sasquatch. Yeah, he's new. It's neat, but I don't. We already have a rank 3 one on defense, and he does need a dupe for defense for the regeneration, and I think pretty high sig. So I don't have any sig stones, or I have a few sig stones, but nothing really to go home about. Neat pull. You know, he has some uses, and I do have a 6-star Sabertooth, so that might be a content clear at some point in the future. But yeah, not one of those top champs I was looking for. So yeah, I'm gonna stop on that note, because I'm like I said, I'm gonna save for the next one. Plus, probably mostly just buying the sigil featured, which has the 2,000 shards discount. It's over here. That's where I got this first one. Yeah, this one. So for 13K, you get, you know, the featured 6-star. So, you know, if you really think about it, with how many shards you get on an average month, and this resets every 2 weeks, if I'm right, including with it gonna reset middle of the black ISO market on this one, then I'm not sure if you could maintain the 6-star shards if you don't keep a few. So yeah, I'm gonna keep the rest of those 30K, and unless B-Manny tells me he needs the dupe on Tiger. So this is a lot longer video than I normally post, but you know, I wanted to kind of go into my history of 4 Loki, and you know, just kind of say, you know, this season, despite how horrible that Apocalypse Magic fight wasn't that bad. Yeah, my PRs steadily rising. I've come back from that really bad 3rd season, and even my pretty bad last season. I'm getting tougher fights. You know, my ADR's going up, so you know, I'm getting a little more trust on that. So it's looking good. So I guess that's it. Dilly dilly to y'all, and if you've liked this video and you want to see me do more war vids next season, do the like thing, do the subscribe thing, and give me a comment on what you thought of this opening. Y'all have a good one.